This is the last park of the trip. And I am here at Busch Gardens, Tampa for today. For one reason and one reason only, to ride Iron Gwazi. I am so excited to get on it for my first time because last time I was here was last June and it wasn't open yet. It was still closed. So I cannot wait to get on it and see if it's as good as people say it is, and maybe it could dethrone Voyage. But Fear 325 and Velocicoaster were not able to dethrone it. And Iron Gwazi is the last coaster that could dethrone it on this trip. But the thing is, Iron Gwazi isn't even half the length of the Voyage, so that could be a factor that holds it back. But I'll judge it once I ride it. And unfortunately, we're looking at thunderstorms a lot, especially from the afternoon all the way up until closing. So I need to make sure to get on Iron Gwazi as fast as possible. And then also get on a few more coasters that I really want to ride, like Cheetah Hunt to see how it compares to Velocicoaster, Montu to see how it holds up to all the other B&M inverts I've ridden ever since last time I rode it, and then Kumba to see how lame it is compared to Hulk, because I'm not a big fan of Kumba. So I cannot wait to see how all those hold up to coasters I've ridden in the past, and also see how good Sheikra is compared to other dives I've ridden, because Sheikra was my first B&M dive. So we got a little bit until 10 o'clock, and then we're gonna book it straight for Iron Gwazi. We are in, going straight for Iron Gwazi, and I can see its flotilla. Oh my gosh, this thing looks insane. I cannot wait for this. We have made it, and are they opening already? No way. I am gonna be shocked if it's actually open already, because that'll make it much easier to get on faster. So let's do this. Oh my gosh, this is so surreal. Cannot believe I'm about to ride Iron Gwazi. My first time on this ride. This is my most anticipated coaster of the trip, and I have absurdly high hopes for it. Oh my gosh, the entrance sign. This is gonna be incredible. I mean, most RMC coasters I've ridden have blown me away, and I hope Iron Gwazi is another one. So let's do this. So freaking hyped for this. Don't know if it'll be my number one, but it's gonna be up there. I can guarantee you that right now. So let's do this. I'll report back when I'm in the station. In line for the front row of Iron Gwazi right now. They're about to dispatch the first train. Cannot wait to see this thing roll out. They're dispatching the first train right now. Oh my gosh. This is so surreal that this is about to happen. Next in line for the front row. I am so excited, but also so nervous at the same exact time, because this thing is my most anticipated coaster in a while. This better not disappoint. Once I'm off. I just got off my first ever ride on Iron Gwazi, and it was really good. Definitely a top 10 coaster, but I will say, I think I was expecting a bit more from this ride. Granted, I think it is running a bit slow, and I was in the front, which was probably not the best seat for this ride, but I was expecting a bit more from it. Now, I do prefer Velocicoaster to this ride for sure, and I don't know. I do think I need to give it another try in the back when it's warmed up, but I don't think I was disappointed, but at the same time, I wasn't overly impressed either. Like, I still really liked it, like 10 out of 10 ride, but it's not quite over Velocicoaster for me. Big hill. My brother just rode very back on Iron Gwazi, and he said it's already warmed up because he thought it was running slow, so that's good to know that's already running much faster. So this back row ride better redeem itself because the front row ride was good, but I was expecting a bit more. So this ride in the back better be a little bit better. Now that was the Iron Gwazi I was expecting. Just did back row on this ride, and that was way better than my front row ride. The airtime on the elements was a lot better, and that death roll was insane. But I will say, the wave turn over the station still wasn't that impressive. I don't know why that is. Like, people say that's the best element on the ride, but for me, I think I gotta go with the first drop on the back. Or that or the death roll. But head first drop is definitely my favorite first drop. Sorry, time traveler, you've been bumped. So I'm gonna get some shots of this train running, and then I'm gonna go make my way over to Cheetah Hunt. But unfortunately, that's showing a 15-minute wait right now. So hopefully I can get on fairly quick. But let's get some shots of Iron Gwazi, and then we'll work my way to Cheetah Hunt.
That's on my hand, I see that.
How am I pressing the button if I'm
Gotta change of plan. I found out from my brother that Montu is apparently running trimless right now, so I guess I'm gonna head over there before making my way to Cheetah Hunt. And plus it'll be nice to get back on this B&M invert and see how it holds up, because since my last rides on Montu, I've done not only Afterburn earlier this trip, but also Raptor, Banshee, and Alpengeist. And I like Montu more than all of them still, so I'm gonna see if Montu can hold up today as still the best B&M invert I've ridden. Here we are, my former favorite ride here at Busch Gardens, Tampa, Cheetah Hunt. I will get on you at some point today if I can, if the weather doesn't wreak havoc. But Montu is apparently running trimless out right now, which actually, it did run trimless at the end of my second day last year at night. So it'll be cool to get some more trimless rides on it if possible. But for now, we're gonna head over there and then I'll come back to Cheetah Hunt in a little bit. Oh, these birds again. I remember seeing these last year as well. I think it was an American white ibis, I think the sign said over here. Let me take a look at it real fast. What does it say? Yep, American white ibis is nesting right now. So they're all over here at this park. So first one I've seen of probably many. So pretty cool. I can see it in the distance. The best and newly repainted B&M invert. Last time I was over here, Montu's paint job was kind of faded, and I really do like the repaint job, unlike what a lot of other people think. So I can't wait to hop on this ride, and I also am gonna hop on Cobra's Crippling while I'm over here. But for now, let's ride Montu first and then do Cobra's Curse on the way back towards Cheetah Hunt. Let's do this. Time to ride my favorite invert and see if it's just as good as I remembered. And I do prefer Holt to this ride still, mainly because of the on-ride soundtrack. But I'm sure this is still a really solid ride regardless. So let's go hop on and see how great this ride is. Still the best B&M invert, and it's not close. I thought it was trimless, but it sadly did trim on the mid-course, but I didn't care. I still had a great time on it. I really do love the repaint they did on this. It looks great. So I'm gonna get some shots of it running from right here, and then I'm gonna work my way over to, I think, Cheetah Hunt or Cobra's Curse. I might check Cobra's Curse while I'm here, but I do wanna get on Cheetah Hunt because I know that line will get a lot longer throughout the day, so I'll figure out something to do. But for now, let's get some footage of Monty running with this new Vince wheel. Now that I'm over here, I'm gonna ride Cobra's Curse. Since I only got 2 rides on it last time and I really enjoyed it. And then after that, I'm gonna make my way over to Cheetah Hunt if that line isn't too bad. And then I'll figure out what else to do from there. So for 25 minutes, it's not terrible. So let's give this one a go. I don't know why, but this keel line gives me vibes of Hagrid for some reason over at Islands of Adventure. I don't know. I still really like it regardless, but this indoor bit is really cool. So I'm gonna keep working my way over towards the boarding area, and it actually doesn't look like it's 25 minutes. So I don't know. I'll keep looking, but as of now, the lines aren't too bad for anything really besides Iron Gwazi, at least from what I've done. So let's go and hop on this one, and hopefully I get some insane spinning, because the 2 rides I got on it last year, it was absolutely insane. It was like spinning like crazy. My second ride wasn't like that as much, so I would rather like the first ride rather than the second one. But we'll just have to see how many people jump in the car with me, and maybe we'll get an off-balance ride, but who knows. That advertised 25-minute wait turned out to be like a 2-minute wait. I basically just walked straight onto it, which was nice. So it was nice to get back on it, but it was unfortunately not that good in terms of spinning. But I still had fun with it, and I forgot how unpredictable that last section was, where what should have been like the cars were zipping back and forth, and it was like, whoa. So forgot about that. But now we're gonna check Cheetah Hunt again, see if that line's died down, which I hope it has, but I highly doubt it. If anything, it probably got larger. Let's go check it out and see how long it is. And I actually haven't heard it running too much, so I hope it's not broken down or something, which wouldn't surprise me because it is an Intamin, and we saw how much Velocicoaster and stuff kept breaking down over at Islands of Adventure while I was there a few days ago, but yeah, it was still okay. So let's go check Cheetah Hunt now. 75 minutes? Yikes. I gotta do it though. I really want to ride this and see how it holds up to Velocicoaster, because I'm not expecting it to be as good. And I know Velocicoaster was like crazy, and this is definitely a much tamer ride. And also, I've also done Maverick over at Cedar Point, so I get to compare this to not only Velocicoaster but also Maverick and see how Cheetah Hunt differs or compares to both of them. Apparently Cheetah Hunt just broke down, which I hope it didn't, but it probably did. There it goes up there. Probably got nobody on it, which that's so annoying, because that's probably why the wait time is so long. They probably can't get that many people to the ride without it breaking down so much. So I feel like if I don't wait it out, I'm not gonna be able to ride it. Because this is one of my favorite rides here now. Still my second favorite after Gwazi, but I really want to get on this. So I feel like if I don't wait it out, I'm not gonna get the chance to do it. So I guess I'll wait it out for a bit. About an hour later, I made it in line for front row cheetah hunt. Hopefully this is worth the wait. Finally completed. Let's do this. Goodness, I forgot how fun cheetah hunt is. I know a lot of you may disagree with me on what I'm about to say, but that was definitely worth the hour wait. It's so fun, but I will say it was so much tamer than Velocicoaster was. I didn't really care too much though. Like, I still had a great time on it. And the second launch was good, albeit not as good as Mavericks or Velocicoasters. And I forgot how strong the airtime was at the top of the wind catcher tower. I was surprised by how good it was. Completely forgot about that part of the ride. And the Heartline Roll was fun. The twisting through the rocks before the third launch, that was fun as always. Like, it felt so much fun. I really enjoyed this ride. So definitely still my second favorite ride here at Busch Gardens Tampa after Gwazi. Kind of weird to have penguins in the middle of Florida when it's like 90 plus degrees out year round. But whatever. Anyway, I'm heading down this pathway because I am heading towards what is my least favorite out of the major coasters in the park, which is Kumba. Yes, I know that's an unpopular opinion. I do not like Kumba very much at all. I thought it was rough, forceless, and just plain overrated. So I'm gonna go ride it to see just how lame it is compared to Hulk and also Wildfire, which I rode at Silver Dollar City last November. So let's head towards that way, and hopefully I don't get destroyed on this ride, because that would be bad if I got some severe headbanging on it like I did last time. My right ear was bruised. So let's hope that doesn't happen again. There's some more of the American white ibises out there. There's one right on the rock, and there's a bunch of them in the water and all over the place over there. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, off to Kumba.
I guess we're going this way. That way back to the Cheetah Hunt. It's like the biggest hybrid roller coaster in America. I don't know what the hell hybrid means.
When we were upside down, I didn't feel like
I'm gonna ride Scorpion first since I'm right here, and then I'll make my way to Kumba. I forgot how intense Scorpion is. It is freaking nuts. That vertical loop, even though I was ready for it to throw me forward like it did last year, it still got me more than I thought it would. So that was a nice surprise. And the helix was really intense as well. And for now, I'm gonna make my way over to Kumba, which you can kind of see right over here. That's one of the parts of the ride I think is like the big course. So let's go ride it and hopefully get through it without getting destroyed too bad. I've got a bad feeling about where this is going. I already know there's no way this has any chance of beating home. It's running so slow, I saw it. Last year the thing ran somewhat fast the vertical loop. This year it absolutely crawled through it. I don't know if you guys saw how slow it went in that last shot, but I already have no hope for Kumba beating Hulk at this point. So, this better at least impress me somewhat, or else I'm gonna be very frustrated with this ride, which I already am. It's pretty much no secret that I'm not a big fan of this ride. So, let's go and try it again, I guess. I just found out that they're running one train on this ride, so that's gotta be helpful. Yeah, look at that. There's not even a second train on the brake run. They are only running one. Hey, jeez. This ride already makes me frustrated enough, and this only adds to the frustration, in my opinion, because it's so freaking slow moving. This is gonna take a while. gosh. That was way worse than I remembered it being. Even though I was on an interstate, the headbanging, still bad. Oh my gosh, like, I'm honestly debating putting this below Vortex. That's how bad it was. And on one of the turns, I think I was going into the first corkscrew, my restraint hit the side of my head so hard. Like, it was so painful. Like, I don't get why people like this ride. Like, oh my gosh, this is easily one of the worst coasters I've ever ridden now. After how bad that was, yeah, terrible ride experience. I was gonna ride Iron Gwazi again, but it was down for technical difficulties, even though the app says it was a 10-minute wait. So I think now I'm gonna go over and ride SheiKra, because I haven't done that one yet. That's one of the last to the major coasters I haven't done here yet, and then I'll still have to do Tigress, and I think also Sandstorm, because I've been on all the major ones already. So let me go check out SheiKra and see how good it is, because I think it very well could be able to take my favorite dive coaster spot back from Valraven. Yes, I know a lot of people hate Valraven. I personally like it. And it's been a while since I've ridden what I consider to be a good dive, because if you saw my Busch Gardens Williamsburg vlog, then you know that I wasn't exactly a massive fan of Griffin. So I wonder how much better SheiKra will be, if it'll be any better than I remembered it or not. So let's head over to SheiKra and jump on. In SheiKra's queue line now, and as I was walking over here, it showed that the weather is mostly good. Like, you can't see how bad it's right now. So I'm gonna make sure I get on this quick as possible before it goes down. I want to ride this and see how it holds up to the back. So I gotta wait this out. It looks like. Just found out that SheiKra is down for weather. Go figure.
Desafortunadamente, no podemos esperarnos. Si desean mantenerse en el área de espera, por favor siéntase libre de hacerlo. Señoras, listos para asistirlos. Gracias.
After waiting for over an hour in SheiKra Station, it still hasn't opened yet. So I'm honestly considering heading to Iron Gwazi to wait for that one to open if possible, because I would like to get a ride with the tracks being slippery if possible, because that would mean it would run way faster. But the challenge is, will this weather clear up anytime soon? Because even though it looks a little bit nicer now than it did a little bit ago, I'm still hearing faint thunder, I think. So I wonder if that will mean anything will open or not, but I'm not sure. That being said, if the rides do reopen, the park will most likely be completely deserted, since I'm guessing a lot of people are leaving because of the thunderstorm. So I'm wondering if Iron Gwazi will have no line the rest of the day, or at least a very short line if it does reopen after a while. So I think for now I'm gonna go over to Iron Gwazi and wait for that to open, and then I'll probably check back at Shikra later on. I'm kind of surprised that I haven't had to wait for hardly any coaster today. I think the most I've waited was like an hour or so for Cheetah Hunt earlier this afternoon, which isn't too bad because for the most part I've pretty much walked on to almost everything else. Now Iron Gwazi had a little bit of a line at opening, but Montu, Kumba, Scorpion, Cobra Shrill walked on all of them. So considering that it's also Father's Day today, as of when I'm recording this, that's insane that the park would be deserted. But then again, I think the weather definitely has something to do with it, because I know there will be a lot more people here if it's supposed to be sunny all day. So that's pretty cool, I guess. But anyway, I mean, it doesn't help out if the rides aren't open. So anyway, over to Iron Gwazi. I would hate to have only 2 rides up on Iron Gwazi. Plus I haven't done Shikra or Tigers yet. Plus get re-rides on Cheetah Hunt and Montu as well if possible. We'll have to wait and see what the weather does. What are you 3 doing here? Just be glad it's not the Aflac duck, because that'd be hilarious. I'm kind of wondering if it'll be like Busch Gardens Williamsburg, where all the coasters are closed for a while, and then at the end of the night, the park is emptied out and there's a beautiful sunset. So that'd be hilarious if the same thing happened here at Tampa tonight. 888 minutes, are you kidding me? The worker said I was able to wait in the station for Iron Gwazi. And I'm curious how many people they're gonna be up there, because over at Shikra, it was me and like 4 other people. So let's go check and see how many people are inside of Iron Gwazi station. There's some people here, so not a lot, but I don't care. I'm gonna wait it out and see if it opens anytime soon. And I kind of wonder how many people are camped out over at Cheetah Hunt right now, because that's usually the longest line here. I'm pretty sure there'd be like still like a 30-minute wait if it reopened, but that's irrelevant. Iron Gwazi is where I'm at right now, so let's keep waiting, because that's the only thing we can do right now. Apparently they can start testing rides when it says yellow up there. So maybe we'll get some testing action in a minute. If so, that'd be pretty sweet. We have testing action. Let's go! Finally got on Iron Gwazi again after it being closed for a couple hours, and that was running way faster than earlier because the tracks were so wet. That I still don't think I put it above Velocicoaster, but it's still phenomenal for sure. Definitely top 5 for me. Now I'm gonna go over to Shikra, since that's where I was at originally before the rides closed down. But before I do that, I'm gonna get some footage of this ride because I don't have very much of it, and there's some pretty cool angles I still want to get of this ride. It's crazy how I'm like one of the only people on this pathway right now, because I'm heading back towards Shikra, and like the pathway is all over the place. There's not many people on them like at all, because the weather scared everybody out of the park, I think. So that's nice. I mean, either that or they're all over at the rides right now, which I'm not surprised if there's not that many people here, because I don't see why they would have stuck around after 3 hours or something like that, however long the ring lasted for. But back to the original game plan of doing Shikra and then checking Tigris out and maybe hitting a ride on that, which if I don't ride Tigris, it's not the biggest deal because it's a clone coaster. I've ridden multiple of them, but it'd still be nice to get back on it. And more birds, another ibis, and a bunch of ducks. And we got flamingos over there too, which is cool, but the ibis over here what he's doing. I forgot what it was like to ride an actually good dive coaster. That is definitely better than Griffin, and I would say better than Valraven too. It was so smooth, especially after how rough Kumba was earlier today. And I really enjoyed the airtime on the drop that I didn't get on Griffin, sadly. And I was just really amazed at how good it was running. So Sheikah definitely moved up my list for sure. Now I think I'm gonna check out Tigress, see if that line is pretty short. And it looks like it's saying 5-minute wait, so that's pretty much a walk-on. So let's go take a look. Premier Ride's Skyrocket 2s are known for being really intense rides, and Tigress is definitely one of them. Last time I rode this, I couldn't wait actually for the front row, so I got assigned the back row, and I didn't like it because my next plan was a cover color. But this time there was nobody assigning rows, so I was able to get the front seat with these, and it was amazing. So I'm gonna move this back to where I had it with some pesto in my rankings, because my back row ride was not that good and it knocked it down significantly, but I'm willing to put it back where Tempesto is. So I am gonna head over to Kumba to get some more shots of it now. And you know I'm not riding that again because of how bad my ride was earlier. So let's go over to film Kumba and then go get some shots of like Sand Serpent and stuff and Scorpion. And then eventually work my way back towards Montu, Corpus Christi, get some more shots of that, and then probably ride stuff for the rest of the night. Kind of hope they have the second train running on Kumba by now because it desperately needs it after how slow the ops were earlier. But I'm not sure if it will be because the park is absolutely deserted right now. But then again, Cheetah Hunt was running 4 trains, but Cheetah Hunt always has a huge line, so that's not surprising. But Kumba had a decently long line and they're only running 1 train, so there's logic in that, but whatever. Anyway, let's film this iconic, beautiful B&M. But not ride it because, well, you know my opinion on this right now. I don't like it. I'm on the way towards Cobra's Curse and Montu for right now. And after I film both of those two, I'm gonna ride Montu again. And then after that, I think I might ride Cheetah Hunt again if that line isn't too bad. Because I've only ridden that once and I wanna ride it again because it's my second favorite ride here after Iron Gwazi. And I don't see why the line for that ride would be too bad because I walk straight onto Chikra and Tigers without any issues, so I don't see why Cheetah Hunt wouldn't be the same. Now, it is Cheetah Hunt, so it's probably have a decently longer line, but it was like 20 minutes, so that's not terrible unless it really breaks down or the weather comes in and stops the ride. But I hope that doesn't happen. So, without any further delay, let's make our way towards Montu and Cobra's Curse. I found this back area that runs from the Pantopia section over near Cheetah Hunt all the way towards, I think, the front of the park. And it feels like I'm in a restricted area, so this is definitely an interesting path. But anyway, I gotta figure out where in the heck the front of the park is from over here, because I feel like I could be going the wrong direction. So I'll find my way over there, which I can hear music, so I think we might be getting close. But if not, I'll turn back around. But let's see what's back here. I think we might be getting close, actually. Yeah, we're definitely close. So I'll cut out for now and I'll report back when I'm on to. was filming Montu for a bit, only for it to have technical difficulties. Of course, the one ride I'm trying to film right now breaks down while I'm trying to film it. But on the bright side, it looks like Cobra's Curse might be opening back up because that was also closed. But I don't know what that music was, but hopefully it opens fairly soon because I need something to film for right now, like especially this ride because I need to get some more footage of this all back half of the ride. So hopefully it opens sooner rather than later, but I'm not sure how long it'll actually open. I guess I could go try and get a Cheetah Hunt sunset ride because, of course, Montu and Cobra's Curse are both down right now, so that's just wonderful. But for now, let's go check Cheetah Hunt and see if we can get on that fairly quickly, and then check back at Montu or Cobra's Curse if they both went up a little bit. Gonna try Cheetah Hunt again. The sign out front said it was a 15-minute wait, and yeah, I'd say it's about a 15-minute wait. So I think it's worth doing. See if we can get a ride in the sunset. Although part of one is the sunset ride will be gone by the time I get on, but hopefully it's not because it would be pretty cool to ride Cheetah Hunt in this. But I'll have to wait and see how fast I get on. Might barely miss the sunset ride, but I'm about to get on, so hopefully I at least get some of it. Cheetah Hunt at night is one of the most fun experiences anywhere. And now I'm up to try Montu back row today in front row. Just did Montu in the back row, and I forgot how intense it was back there. My left arm is really sore from it, and I think part of that has to do with running hold 39 times. But that was still really good, and I think it might have actually been trimless because I don't recall the link push really slowing the train down much at all, so that was nice. So now I'm going to try and ride Cheetah Hunt again during the fireworks again, and then get over to Montu to do a back road out ride to finish my night off and conclude the trip. What on earth was that? Cheetah Hunt in the fireworks. I am awestruck. In fact, that was so good. I'm doing it again before making a little Iron Gwazi. The show's still going on. So let's see if we can do like we did on the polished shirt and kiss the finale. That would be sick. I think the fireworks ended either right before I got on my second one or right after I got off on my first one. So I barely missed the finale, but still, that first ride I had on it at night was unreal. Probably one of the best coaster rides of the trip. Like, I'd say probably even top 3. It was fantastic. So now I'm gonna try and get over to Iron Gwazi before they close the park for the night and get a back row ride on it to make it up to 2 front row and 2 back row rides on it. Made it to Iron Gwazi. Now I just gotta see if the entrance is open because I'm worried they're gonna close the entrance on me right before I get there and I'll miss it. So we gotta hurry and see if it's open. I'm about to get my last ride of the trip. This better be a good one. Iron Gwazi, back row night ride. That's one of the greatest coaster experiences of all time right there. It was going unimaginably fast with the layout. That first drop was insane. The death roll was wild. And even the wave turn was really good. So I'm really glad I ended the trip on a high note. So that was just amazing. Even though the weather did not cooperate for a good chunk of the day today, I think that Busch Gardens Tampa was still an excellent way to end the trip. Final ride count for today: 4 on Cheetah Hunt and Iron Gwazi, 2 on Montu, and then 1 on every other coaster with the exception of Sand Serpent and Air Grover since I did not ride any of those. Overall, this park was a great park. May not have been quite as good as I remembered it, but that's because the weather hacked it up, which I can't really control that. But still, it was still a great park, and I definitely can't wait to get back in the future. And as always, before you click on this video, please make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, turn on the bell for all notifications so you don't miss out on any future uploads. And the next vlog most likely will be back from my home park of Six Flags St. Louis, where you guys will get to see how some of the coasters over there hold up to Hollywood Nights and the coaster I rode on this trip. So stay tuned for that vlog, and until then, see you next time.